had all these bolts and sticking out bits around the edges of it, so when it's closed it would be really hard to open. Past the door there was a long flight of concrete steps going up and up. She wasn't supposed to see any of that stuff, and Sergeant said, "Little bitch has got way too many eyes on her." And he shoved her chair into her cell and slammed the door shut. But she saw, and she remembers. She listens too, and from overheard conversations she has a sense of this place in relation to other places she hasn't ever seen. This place is the block. Outside the block is the base, which is Hotel Echo. Outside the base is Region 6, with London 30 miles to the south, and then Beacon another 44 miles further. And nothing else beyond Beacon except the sea. Most of Region 6 is clear, but the only thing that keeps it that way is the burn patrols, with their frags and fireballs. This is what the base is for. Melanie is pretty sure. It sends out burn patrols to clear away the hungries. The burn patrols have to be really careful, because there are lots of hungries still out there. If they get your scent, they'll follow you for 100 miles, and when they catch you, they'll eat you. Melanie is glad that she lives in the block, behind that big steel door, where she's safe. Beacon is very different from the base. It's a whole great big city full of people, with buildings that go up into the sky. It's got the sea on one side of it, and moats and minefields on the other three, so the hungries can't get close. In Beacon, you can live your whole life without ever seeing a hungry. And it's so big there are probably 100 billion people there, all living together. Melanie hopes she'll go to Beacon someday. When the mission is complete and when, Dr. Caldwell said this once, everything gets folded up and put away. Melanie tries to imagine that day, the steel walls closing up like the pages of a book, and then something else. Something else outside, into which they'll all go. It will be scary, but so amazing. Through the grey steel door each morning, Sergeant comes, and Sergeant's people come, and finally the teacher comes. They walk down the corridor, past Melanie's door, bringing with them the strong, bitter chemical smell that they always have on them. It's not a nice smell, but it's exciting, because it means the start of another day's lessons. At the sound of the bolts sliding and the footsteps, Melanie runs to the door of her cell and stands on tiptoe to peep through the little mesh screen window in the door and see the people when they go by. She calls out good morning to them, but they're not supposed to answer, and usually they don't. Sergeant and his people never do, and neither do Dr. Caldwell or Mr. Whittaker. And Dr. Selkirk goes by really fast and never looks the right way, so Melanie can't see her face. But sometimes Melanie will get a wave from Miss Justineau, or a quick, furtive smile from Miss Mailer. Whoever is going to be the teacher for the day goes straight through into the classroom, while Sergeant's people start to unlock the cell doors. Their job is to take the children to the classroom, and after that they go away again. There's a procedure that they follow which takes a long time. Melanie thinks it must be the same for all the children, but of course she doesn't know that for sure, because it always happens inside the cells, and the only cell that Melanie sees the inside of is her own. To start with, Sergeant bangs on all the doors and shouts at the children to get ready. What he usually shouts is, "Transit!" But sometimes he adds more words to that. "Transit, you little bastards!" Or, "Transit, let's see you." His big, scarred face looms up at the mesh window, and he glares in at you, making sure you're out of bed and moving. And one time, Melanie remembers he made a speech, not to the children, but to his people. "Some of you are new. You don't know what the hell you've signed up for, and you don't know where the hell you are. You're scared of these frigging little abortions, right? Well, good. Hug that fear to your mortal soul. The more scared you are, the less chance you'll screw up." Then he shouted, "Transit!" which was lucky because Melanie...